Hey everyone, welcome back to Body Haven Soaps. My name is Darlene. I am the owner and creator of Body Haven Soaps. On this channel, my goal is to help creators create. So I do share recipes with you, techniques. We will get into how I label my products, how we formulate products, all of those kinds of things. So if that's something that interests you, hit that subscribe button and you can be notified when my videos get uploaded. Today's video is going to be on making whipped foot scrub. So I do a bunch of foot products. We're going to work on getting videos out on these different products, but I need to get a bunch made for my Christmas packages and stuff, so I'm making extra batches. So this video is the foot scrub, so it's a whipped foot scrub, so it's fluffy. We do put pumice in it, that kind of stuff. So let's get started. Okay, so I have everything weighed out for you guys just to speed the video up as I usually do. I will go through each ingredient, why I'm using it in this recipe, as I go through giving you the recipe. So I'm making actually a fairly large batch for what I need, but we'll split this into three, and I'm doing 3 different scents because I do 3 different foot line scents. So we'll just go through that. So we're going to need our double boiler, as most times we do. First of all, you guys, so this is going to be the bowl that I will melt everything in, just like I normally do. Okay. And this recipe is one of my favorite foot scrub recipes, okay? I will give you the recipe as we go through this. So you guys remember when we made that whipped bath butter, or whatever you want to call it, whipped soap base, back a few videos ago, how I taught you how to make it from scratch? Well, we're going to use some of that in here, or you can purchase it. But this is that whipped soap base that we made in that video, okay? And we're going to want 150 grams of this whipped bath butter. So this has all our surfactants and moisturizers, mango butter, shea butter, all of those types of things in it. And we are adding that in here. So we want 150 grams of the whipped bath butter. Okay? That will be melted. This is our melting ingredients. Okay, and then we're going to add in 207 grams of the vegetable glycerin. So quite a bit. This is a pretty hydrating scrub. So this is your humectant that's going to attract the moisture to the skin and help hydrate the feet. Okay, and then we're going to use our stearic acid. So we've got 60 grams of stearic acid. Stearic acid does give a little bit of a conditioner feel, a softening of the skin, but it's going to work to stabilize our whipped scrub in this one. So we want 60 grams of the stearic acid. Okay. And then we are using Rice Bran Oil. Rice Bran Oil is an amazing oil. I love how fast it soaks into the skin, and the nutrients and stuff that it brings. This will really help soften the feet. So we are putting in 72 grams of the Rice Bran Oil. Okay. And then we have our shea butter. So I know there's shea butter already in that whipped soap base, but we're going to make this a little bit more hydrating. And on the feet absorb so much moisture that I don't find using shea butter in this recipe leaves a greasy feel on the skin. It really helps hydrate. So we are using 60 grams of the shea butter. And then we are going to use SLSA. So not SLS, SLSA. You want this one. This is the better one. And I buy the coarse SLSA. Okay? But you can use the fine SLSA. That's fine. So for the sodium lauryl sulfate, you're going to use 42 grams of SLSA. Okay? So 42 grams. Okay, and this is all of our melting ingredients. So we're going to get this on the double boiler and let this melt down, and then I'll bring you back once that's done. Okay, you can see how this is melted down. Now we use that whipped body butter in there, so that stearic acid emulsified right away. Okay, but this is up to 150 degrees. I know the stearic acid is melted down, and this is what it should look like. Okay, kind of like baby pablum. That's what it reminds me of. That's the consistency you're looking for. Now this has to cool down before we can add in our preservative and stuff, but we're going to add in our other ingredients. So this is lanolin. It's lanolin butter. I get it from Windy Point Soaps. You can buy it at just about any soap supply company. And this comes from sheep's wool. It creates a great barrier on the feet, and it really helps to lock in that moisture. So I use this a lot in my foot products. Okay, so lanolin butter, and for the lanolin we are using 6 grams. Now this has to melt into this. So I'm going to stir it in. And allow that to melt. It will help start to cool this stuff down. Okay, so that lanolin is all melted in there, and we put 6 grams in this batch. Okay, and now we're going to add in some aloe vera juice. Okay, aloe vera is it's got a lot of healing properties, moisturizing properties. And I use it in a lot of my foot products as well. So with the aloe vera, we got 60 grams of the aloe vera juice, and we're going to put it in here and just stir that in. It'll emulsify with the other emulsifiers. See what our temperature is at. We're at 127, so I'm going to let this cool down a little bit before I start to whip it and divide it into batches. So I'll come back as soon as this gets down to the temperature that we need. Alright, so I popped this into the freezer 10-15 minutes. This is what you want it to look like. Just cooled right off. I'll tell you the temperature. 80. Okay, so 80 Fahrenheit. You want it. You don't have to pop this in your freezer. You can leave it out overnight. Remember that we have added stuff in this, so you want to protect it from any bacteria. I had everything here sanitized, right? This is an emulsion. We did put that aloe vera juice in there, so you do need to add a preservative in this and make sure everything has been washed down with that bleach solution. I spray mine down with rubbing out a 90% alcohol as well. And make sure everything is sanitized, but this is what we're looking for. So now that I've got it to this consistency, we are going to take the beater, and this I have completely sanitized as well, guys. So if you leave this out overnight, just make sure you cover it so that nothing's getting in there. And we're just going to start beating this until it gets fluffy. Okay, so you can see how fluffy that gets. We're just going to scrape down the sides. And I'm going to beat this again. Okay, so now that we have it like that, we are going to put in our preservative. I am using Dermal Plus. Okay, so we are going to put in 3 grams of the Dermal Plus. from the outside and whip again for a little. Okay, so now that we have it like that, we're going to divide this up into our 3 bowls here. Okay, so I'm just going to get the scale so I have equal amounts, because I am putting, so we are putting essential oils in here, so I want to make sure that I have the right percentage ratio, which I figured out for this in equal parts. I just had some rubbing alcohol in here I sprayed. I'm just going to make sure I get that out. Okay, so 215 grams in each tub is what I have. And then we will add our colorant. So I have lavender as my one scent that I do, so we will put in a small amount of purple in there. And then in this one, we will do the peppermint cucumber. So we'll put a little bit of green mica in there. And then we have our citrus, which will be our orange mica in there. Okay, so this is the lavender, and for our essential oil, you guys, we are using 2 grams of each one. So lavender, and this is the peppermint cucumber, and this is the essential oil citrus blend. 2 grams of each one in here. If you're just going to do one big batch, then it would be 6 grams. Okay? So we'll start with the lightest color, which is the green. I'm going to grab 3 spatulas here. Scrape it all from around the edge. All right, and then we are going to put a little bit of pumice in here. So I get the fine pumice. So we're going to say 20 grams, okay? I want to put a little bit more orange in this one. Okay, so I have all of my containers here, and they are all sanitized with a bleach solution and then sprayed down with, rubbing alcohol and allowed to dry. Okay, so I used 4-ounce containers. You could use the 2-ounce containers if that's what you want. I will use this for myself and to make my samples. So I'm just going to cap these and I'll make my sample packs, and whatever's left over I will use. And then these are that. So this, if you're going to use the 4-ounce, it makes 6 4-ounce and a little bit. I use those for samples and stuff, and it's that easy. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this recipe, and thanks for watching, and hope you have a great day.